Alright, so if you're just jumping on here, I haven't really started anything yet, but we're starting in March from the last stream, fixing the Canucks. As you can see, we've made some moves already since from the last stream. We moved, who did we move? We got Beauvillier. I think we moved Sutter. Sutter's not on here. We moved Beagle. We moved Russell. We moved, oh yeah, for Beauvillier we moved Schmidt. That huge contract. We still have Myers. We'll probably keep him just for the season, and then after the season we'll move him in the off season, unless he like somehow becomes an 84 overall or something like that. But I don't see that happening. For what his excuse me, for what his contract is. But we'll see. We have moved out a lot of money already. We got Bowie as a... We have somebody injured right now, actually. No, we don't have anybody injured. For some reason, Yolevi isn't playing when he should be. And we still have Sutter here. Ended up keeping Sutter, I guess. He's only got 1 year left on his contract anyways. So we can probably maybe even re-sign him to a really low money contract, but we'll see. There might be cheaper guys out there, younger, cheaper guys out there, we'll see. Jace Howerlock's a depth guy for us. He was lighting it up in the AHL, but we had Bearchi playing with us and he wasn't doing much, so we just sent him down and called this guy up. And Yolevi should be playing, so... I mean, why argue with whatever works, I guess? I don't know. Both these guys are solid, so I don't know. Let's take a look at Yolevi's minus 17. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Then he's scratched. He needs to take a break. We got Sam Gagne for the fourth line. He's on a really cheap deal for 1 year, so. And Adam Ernie. We got Gagne and Ernie out of Detroit. Who did we send to Detroit? Let's see what Detroit's got. I feel like we sent them something. Unless they traded whatever we gave them. Huh, weird. And if you're watching the Canucks game, that's no problem. It's in the third period right now, tied at 1 with Calgary. Except the Canucks are out shooting Calgary 37-14, which is nuts that they're tied at 1 still, if you ask me. So if they don't win this, then when will they win? Okay, so we'll sim through. Excuse me, I'm yawning again. So we'll sim through March. Let's go to the Calgary game. We'll jump into the Calgary game. Nathan Bayou. Sorry, I had to sneeze there for a second. Okay, let's take a look at Bayou. He's got how many years left on his deal? 2 years at 1.165. He's considered a top 6. Like, he's probably end up being a depth defenseman, but he's playing in the AHL right now for Manitoba. No, I think we're gonna leave him for now. Oh man, they're at 40 shots now. Vancouver versus Calgary. 40 shots for Vancouver in the third period. That's crazy. How was it tied at 1? Oh man, we're getting some big losses here. That's not very good. Kind of sprinkling in some wins. Let's sim this one, since it's the game that's going on right now. Alright, 2-0 going into the third. 2-1, Pearson. Why are they playing Rittich? That's interesting. Alright, once it gets to the 10-minute mark, I'll jump in. There we go. Actually, let's use the alternates. Do it. Calgary doesn't even have 20 shots yet. Oh, there's a breakaway though.
The Blue Jackets are on the schedule next for these guys.
We had a coach, James, that would ask us in a random meeting, who are our next 3 opponents? You'd be amazed how many guys would get 2 of the 3 wrong.
What about you?
Always knew.
You always knew.
Yeah.
Well, smartest guy in the room, right?
No, just paranoid.
And a strong effort on that play.
Riddick's been sharp stopping the puck tonight. He's got a really good save percentage, and his team's done a good job at the offensive zone as well.
Calgary's got the edge in the shot department, a big reason why they lead here in this third period. Slides it across to Tanev, and now he moves it to Kachuk. Oh, he'll feel that one. What a stop by the goalie on the poke.
Yeah, that's a good read to be able to do that. He stays in front of the shooter and pokes it off his stick.
Here he is in front, and that's stopped by the goaltender. Great save to stay with it.
Sometimes you're in close, there's no room to put it anywhere. The goalie smothered it all.
And it's a quick pass to Pedersen. Takes the pass.
Best skate.
Look out, a 2-on-1. Puts it high.
Yeah, it sounds great. Hit the net, though, you got a better chance to score.
Takes a hit, he goes down to the ice and coughs up the puck. Quick feed to Tanev. Oh, set that hit up perfectly. Passes on over to Horvat. Vancouver's got the puck against the half wall. And that one's blocked. And he slides it quickly to Athanasiou. Set it out in front. Swing and a miss. Calgary's got the puck along the boards. Quick pass to Athanasiou. He got all of that hit. Sends a pass over.
Oh, the puck doesn't get there. It's so crowded in front of the goaltender.
Vancouver's got a hold of it against the wall. Gains the zone through center. Sends it over. That pass goes a little sideways. Calgary's moving it up the ice. He got all of that one.
Yeah, and it was that guy who's picking himself and his stick up off the ice.
Moves it to Horvat. Nothing doing on that. Quick stop by Riddick. Simone's got the puck in his own zone. Grabs it in his own end. The Flames are in transition. Kind of lost control for a second there, but regains possession. His reflexes on display tonight.
Well, what a quick reflex stop that is. Great scoring chance.
Just here in the late stages of this frame, the Flames are up 3-1. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Oh, that'll make the highlight reel, Ray.
Sometimes there's nowhere to go when you run into a dead end.
Here's a short pass to Virtanen. Now a quick pass to Hughes. Hammers a shot just wide.
The Canucks are a frustrated group. You can feel it on their bench as they miss another chance.
Passes it over to Gaudreau. And now he tries to get it across to Lindholm. Slides the puck over. Made the stop on the play. Moves it quickly over to Virtanen.
Okay.
Couldn't find the intended target. Knocked away. Oh, and he had the whole corner.
As the goalies have gotten better and better, you have to deliver it quick. Sometimes you just miss.
And that's all she wrote on this one as we are in the books.
Coming into this game, this team was really confident. So to suspect another win probably wasn't a stretch for them. They extend the streak.
Well, the way they're playing, it looks like that streak's not going to show an end anytime soon. And that's all
this
she wrote on
Canucks
this one.
Flames game might go to overtime the way it's looking.
We'll see you next time here on EA Sports.
And it's mostly looking like Canucks can't score on Markstrom and Calgary can't get in the zone on the Canucks. So it's mostly just like a back and forth in the neutral zone, kinda. And like hard checking. Alright. So let's sim through the rest of March. Get into the summer. To the one of the more important parts of a season for building a long-term winner in the draft. Oh, we beat the Leafs 5-1. Interesting. I still don't think we're making the playoffs. Yeah, we're not making the playoffs, I don't think. No. Even if we won the rest of our games, we'd still be 1 point behind. Okay. Ooh, wow, San Jose had a good year. I guess that's because Carlson and some other players on San Jose are a little overrated. Okay, so we got Arizona left. They're not having a good year. We got LA. Okay. Let's get those last games out of the way. Wow, Brock Besser with a big season. Hoglander with a big rookie season. Pearson had a bit of a down season, which is why I moved him down to the third line. Gaudette had a huge season for playing on the third line. For Tannen, pretty much what you expect from him. Hughes with another big season, 52 points. Tyler Myers had a decent season. Hamnick, alright. 9 goals somehow. Edler, pretty much on par for what you expect for Edler. Oh, Yolevi went up a point, so he's 81 overall now. Holtby had 3 shutouts. Yeah, not a crazy good year for the goalies, but our defense is in a transition at the moment, so sim through into the summer. Right up to the draft. Oh, Utica's in the playoffs. And it looks like that they got knocked out of the playoffs. Washington won the cup. Not a big surprise there. Although in real life, if they won the cup, I'd be surprised since the teams had so many COVID protocol players go and leave and come back. Oh, and look at that, Chicago, the draft lottery, Chicago ended up going from 8th to 2nd. Canucks ended up staying at 11th, which is perfect Canuck luck right there. to this day right before the draft. We'll get to see who's retiring and stuff. Hossa, obvious. Oh, Steve Bernier, he's 36 now. Wow. Tom Gilbert, I remember that guy. Johnny Boychuk. Andrew Ebbett. I thought he was retired. He's not even wearing a jersey in his picture. He must be a coach or something. See any Canucks? I don't think so. And then let's check out the coaches. Sometimes I do. So yeah, we got one coach. One of our Vancouver coaches retired, so we'll have to sign a new one. Let's see if anybody developed between now and the draft, or between the end of the season and now. We'll go to contracts. Quinn Hughes is an 88. Went up from an 86 to an 88. Horvat's gone up 1 point to 87. Besser's the same. Miller's the same. Edler's the same. Beauvillier is the same. Hoglander's gone up to an 82 from an 80. Now he's considered a third line scoring forward. I'm hoping that he'll become a second line scorer, or a second line forward, by the time we get to the start of the new season. Tyler Myers went up to an 82, and now he's considered a top 4 defenseman all of a sudden. Gaudette's an 81. I think he should probably go up a couple more points by the time we get to the end of the summer. Pearson went down 1. Based off the year he had. Hamonick's the same. Yolevi went down 1 after going up 1 briefly. So he's back to where he was, which is fine. Virtanen is the same. Baertschi's the same. Gagne's the same. Mott's the same. Sutter's the same. Bailey's the same. Goalies. Holtby and Demko are the same. Go to system. Colin's a 79 overall now. He was a 77 before. Ernie went down to a 77. He was a 78, I believe. Jet Wu's gone up a few points. That's good. Let's check our goalies. Oh, look at that. Mikey DiPietro is now considered a backup goalie. Wow. Looks like we need to add some goalies to our system, because all we have after DiPietro is Keeley and Seelovs. I feel like I'm contemplating trading one of these goalies. And I'm not sure if I should trade Demko or Holtby, because Demko's already 25 with the elite potential. So he might not get as high as we'd hope. He might only go up to like an 84, 85, not like between 86 and 88, which is where I would hope. Hey Joshua, nice. You scored a goal tonight, hey? Nice job. Is that in your hockey league you're playing in? Oh wow, Vancouver scored. So it's 2-1 Vancouver. Who scored the goal? I haven't gotten the notification. Oh, here we go. Tyler Myers scored the goal. Oh wow. That is an interesting one. Oh, you scored a hat trick last night. Nice job. Well, it's good to know that some people get to play hockey still. Yeah, and I have to re-sign Demko if I want to keep him right now. Do I have to re-sign DiPietro? No, I still have DiPietro for one more season. It's a challenge, I bet it is. I'm sure they've changed some of the rules. Like, is there still physical contact allowed? I know where I am, they're not allowed physical contact. I don't even think the rinks are even open for the public. But I think at one point during the start of the season in September, they were allowing them, but like, no physical contact, and you gotta change into your gear before you even get into the building and all that kind of stuff, so. Totally makes sense that it's a challenge. Yeah, so we gotta well, I don't know if we'll re-sign Edler. We might. We'll see how much money he wants first. Oh, there still is contact. Okay, interesting. What, you're playing in, are you playing in college? I think you told me this last time, but I think I forget. I think it might be college. Or like the Canadian equivalent of like university hockey. USHL, that's right, USHL. My bad. That's awesome. Yeah, you said you played with Jack Hughes, I think that's what you said, right? I think we were talking about Jack Hughes or something. Okay, so at this point, I think we can just offer our deals to Petey and Hughes. We have 20 million cap space currently, and then when all the other contracts come off the books, we'll have even more. It'll tell us here when I try to offer. So in cap space, once we get past the re-sign phase, there's 36 mil at the currently. And he only wants 9 mil. That's a steal, if you ask me. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. New Jersey's in a bit of an issue, situation right now with the COVID protocol. I've got a couple Jersey players on my hockey pool, and other games have been postponed for a little while, so hopefully everything works out there. It's happening to Philly right now as well, and it's happening to, well, Minnesota is starting to get better. I think they have their scheduled game for Tuesday is still up. So I think Minnesota's finally almost done their quarantine. Let's see, if I do 7 years, it'll be 29, and do 8 years, it'll be 30. Let's just offer him the 8 years, and we'll do 9.2. And then Quinn Hughes, let's see what he's asking for. So he's only asking for 8.9 and only for 5 years. Oh geez, so if I do 6 years, he asks for 800k more. And then if I do 7 years, he goes up to 10.6, almost a whole mil more. So he's in years 6 and 7 when he is 27 and 28 is when he's expecting to pop off to like 90 plus overall, I guess. Oh, is Dallas hurting for money right now? I did not know that. Well, I mean, I guess I assume all the... You've got a Waterloo expansion team, that's pretty cool. I mean, I guess all the teams are hurting for money right now. So I guess we'll do 6 years. And we'll just offer him like 9.5, I guess, somewhere around there. I was expecting both players to be asking for 10, to be honest, so... This is still a deal, either way. Oh, it's 3-1 for the Canucks now. Interesting. Oh, and it looks like Pettersson was given the goal instead of Myers. Let's see. Got the Score app open, or the Sportsnet app open right now. Yeah, they gave it to Pettersson, and then, oh, the other goal was an empty netter. Okay. Oh, Ulevi got a point. Nice. Good for him. So it looks like the Canucks are going to get a win here. Jeez, that's a stacked team. Okay, so I offered those contracts. Is there anybody else that I really must sign? Beauvillier, I probably should, because I just traded for him. He still wants a pretty cheap deal. See, if I offer him 3 years, he might be. You know, let's do 3 years. Let's just offer him what he wants. And then, is there anybody else I absolutely must sign? I can offer contracts to. Ulevi probably, but he's an RFA, so I can just qualify him if I need to. Oh, we got Taylor Hall. Nice. Cooper Swift. Is Cooper Swift a real person? Or is that one of the CPU players that's made up? You must be pretty far into your dynasty then if you're starting to get a lot of fake players. Let's see if I've got anybody in the system I should really sign. Colin's probably gonna want some money. Yeah, nobody really stands out to me that I gotta sign. Cosmar I have to sign this summer. He becomes a UFA. Keeley if I want to keep him, but I probably won't. Probably try and sign a different goalie. Yeah, so I think those are the guys I'll offer right now. Yeah, that is a pretty overpowered team, so you win in the Stanley Cup like every year, basically. Okay, so let's sim to the draft day. Edit the trade block. So this is when I'll put Myers on the trade block. He's improved to an 82 overall, but he's still way overpaid for an 82 overall. But he's basically at his height of his worth at this moment, because I don't think he's getting any better. And then, yeah, we'll just leave that stuff as is, and we'll see what we get offered to us for Tyler Myers. Oh, he won 2 cups in a row, nice. I'm finding it difficult to win the Stanley Cup if I try to play like legit franchise mode without like doing the overpowered teams with no cap hit and stuff like, or no salary cap. It's actually pretty difficult, and like, so I did a franchise mode with like really crappy players to try and like start from scratch, and it's so difficult. But I'm trying to fix the Canucks here. We got some good core players at least. You won 6 cups in a row with Ovi and Crosby. Doesn't surprise me. Okay, so we've got Myers on the trade block. I wish I could view the other team's trade block, but they don't have it available for some reason. So I'll just go to the draft and I'll put in a bunch of timeouts on my draft pick. So we'll sim to my pick, because I'm definitely not going to get a first round pick for this guy. Yeah, I figured you always turn the salary cap off. Sometimes I'll do it just to have some fun. Sometimes I'll take it seriously like this and have cap on and stuff. Okay, so let's, oh man, these are some good players. Actually, 64 overall, being drafted 6 overall. Okay. Oh, there we go, an 80 overall, 68 overall, first overall, and then an 80 overall, second overall? What? I mean, he's got elite high versus elite medium, but still. This guy might not even play for like 2 years in the NHL. The computer just like screwed themselves over, and like the defenseman, like this guy should be like 4th or even 5th, because there's another 77, a 76. That's messed up, man. Anyways, let's put the timeout on ×2, I guess. Give us about 12 minutes. And let's see what we can see. We'll browse the trading block. See what people are giving up, so. Ooh, Kevin Shattenkirk might be an interesting one, although he is 32 already. But he's not getting paid a ton. He's getting a pretty good, they got a pretty good deal on him. Although if you're thinking about it, he's actually only got 2 years left on his contract. You think I should get Shattenkirk? Okay. I just want to take a quick look at these other guys. See if there's any other steals that are maybe a little younger. But I think Shattenkirk's probably going to be it, based on what I'm seeing. Jonathan Taves. Jeez. Why is Bowen Byram on the friggin' trade block? Yeah, Taves is always available because of that $10 million cap hit. Detroit just has a bunch of draft picks. Yeah, if I get Taves, then I have to like get rid of a bunch of guys. Yeah, everyone else just has draft picks. Ian Cole, but his contract's up anyways, so he's not worth a ton. It is worth. He would be worth it. Kanye Miller. He's worth a ton though, like he's only 20, so he's got huge potential. I wouldn't be able to trade for him unless I gave up a big draft pick or something. Nolan Foote, that's an interesting one. Ty Smith's also interesting, but always still got 3 years left on his deal though. But again, he's huge trade value. I don't want to give up too much. I have a ton of I made a ton of cap space so that I can sign some guys in free agency. So I think we're gonna do Shattenkirk because we're almost at the end of the teams. Everyone's just putting draft picks up, eh? And then like prospects. Flurry. And Winnipeg, and they don't. Oh, Heinola's good, but he's again got the high trade value. Alright, so Anaheim it is with Shattenkirk. Oh wait, his trade value is huge too. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Okay. His trade value is almost all the way up. I'm not giving up that much for him. Because all we're trading is Myers and possibly like a third or a fourth, just to get rid of his salary, his bloated salary for 4 years. Let's see. Can anybody even afford him? Carolina's interested apparently. They're pretty deep on defense, so I don't know why they would want him. Jake Bean, that's an interesting one. We need a right-handed defenseman though. That's the only thing. I could trade him for a prospect. Suzuki. Nick Suzuki's little brother. That would be sick to get him. walk. Nope, his trade value is too high too. Taves' trade value is probably super high. Let's see. It's probably super high, but maybe it isn't. Yeah, see, it's almost all the way up still, even though he's got that huge cap hit. It's only for 3 years, though. I mean, still though, it's high. See who's on your team. Yeah, go for it. And let's see, Colorado might want him. That doesn't seem realistic. Eric Johnson's making just as much. Although he is a little better. Ooh, Sam Girard, jeez, that's 5 mil for 7 years? Holy moly. I mean, he's only 23, but still. Wow. I like Ryan Graves. He's pretty solid. Fits on the second pairing. That could be a good replacement for what's his name? Edler. And I would give up an extra draft pick to get him. Let's see. Or do I have any rookies, any prospects that I don't think will do anything? Let's see. I'm not giving up Jet Wu. Let's see. Not giving up Coland either. Let's see. Is it cold? We've got the heat on right now, but it still seems like it's pretty cold. Let's see, maybe that'll do it. We'll see. Oh, they did it! Wow. Okay. I think that's gonna be a big trade. Even if we keep Edler, that's gonna be a huge trade. And then we'll probably sign a right-handed defenseman. It probably will fit on the top pairing. Okay, so we made that trade. Still got a couple minutes left on that timeout. Is there any other trades I can make? Is there anybody else I need to get rid of? I still have a good amount of draft picks in the first 2 rounds. Could I get a 3rd round pick for somebody? Somebody that's not on a 1-year deal that I could move. Maybe for Tannen. I don't want to move McEwen. Probably will re-sign Pearson, to be honest. I think we're good. I might move a goalie, but that'll be done in the summer. If there's any good goalies to sign. You have Dylan Larkin. Oh wow. Wow. That's a stacked team, man. Alright, let's make our draft pick now. We'll call another timeout just to give ourselves some time. Let's make our pick. This guy's name is Lambos. That's funny. Look at this guy though. Brant Clark. His potential is possibly franchise. What? That I don't believe that. His similar style is PK Subban. Interesting. And it's not super accurate, so I'm just like, should I pick him or not? My scout ranked this guy 6th overall, and he's dropped to us at 11th, and our scouts ranked this guy at 11th. That's interesting. Which guy should I take? Lambos or Clark? The one who's our scouts rank higher, or the one Lambos? Okay, yeah, let's go with Lambos. Good call, good call. Alright, so he's an elite 68 overall, so that's pretty sick. Let's sim this pick and see what the other guy is. Oh, they didn't even pick him. Okay. Nice job, computer. I want to see what this guy's overall ends up being. Everyone's leaving him. He must have some downside that we don't know about. There we go. Yeah, so he's the same. He's the same. Elite. Elite medium, 68 overall. So we would have won either way. This is the difference is left-handed and right-handed. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright, so let's sim until our 39th overall pick. Ooh, our scouts are telling us to get this guy. This is the guy that our scouts want. That scout recommendation there. But only top 9 potential. Our scouts are ranking him ahead of our spot, so I mean, to our scouts, he's kind of dropped into our laps. So let's just take him and see what he is. It's top 9, 62 overall, so nothing to really get too excited about, but we'll see if he develops. Sim to our next pick. Okay, let me know. I'll keep my eyes on the chat here. Jeez, Hall, Larkin, and Ovi. Where's Crosby then, if that's your first line? Holy moly. Just gonna grab some water. Okay, so let's make our pick here on the next pick in the second round. I don't see anybody that pops out, so what I like to do here is just go by potential. Let's see if there's anybody. So we're picking 42nd overall. We've got some elite, but not super accurate elites. Oh, there's an accurate top 6. Interesting. Let's see if there's any gems. Nope, nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, you gonna load or what's happening here? Nope, there's no gems. scouts saying to pick this guy, but that's not till 102. So let's go to that top 6 guy. Oh, he was on your other one. Oh, I see, okay. That's a pretty sick first line, though. Jeez. Second line of Swift, Taves, Patty Kane. Wow. Alright, let's get to that. Yeah, let's go with this guy. Maybe that top 4? Because this guy's gonna drop. He's only supposed to get picked in 82, in the 82-78 area. So maybe let's get this guy who's actually pretty close to where we're picking. He's a defenseman and we need lots of those. What's Swift's overall again? You say like 87 or something? Yeah, top 40, 67 overall. That's not bad for the second round. So let's sim to pick number 104. So Minnesota wants to give us a 5th and a 6th for our 4th. No. Why am I... That's... One of those isn't even for this year. I'm not doing that. Philip Forsberg, Ryan O'Reilly, and Jacob Silverberg. Wow. So you have 3 first lines so far. Ooh, look at this guy. Starter potential. Oh, look, there's another starter. There's 2 starters. Let's see what these guys have to offer. So Bootland, Cody Bootland, his competition is a C-. And his ETA is 5 years. Tuomo Junilla, Finnish player. He plays in an A+ competitive league. And his ETA is also 5 years. But he plays in a more competitive league. So let's go with Junilla. Because he'll probably develop faster. And he's only 49 overall, but like we've got time. There's no rush for him. Wow, your 4th line is also a first line. I mean, I'd say Guryanov, Henrique, and Nyquist is probably a first line on a mid-tier team. Probably a second line on a really good team. But still, like, you essentially have 4 first lines on your team. Okay, let's sim to our next pick. And at this point, we're just gonna go with what the scouts say, because we're so late into the draft now. This is where your scouts do their work, and it doesn't look like they've done any work because there's no recommendations. Motherfucking, what do I pay them for? They don't have any recommendations for me. Gotta do all this myself now. Let's go with this guy. Oh yeah, your defense still. Nurse and Pietrangelo, Grzelcyk and Letang. That's a pretty solid top 4. Okay, let's sim. Oh, sim the entire draft. That was our last draft pick. Okay. And then you have Brody and DeKaiser. Wow, that's a solid top 6 on D. Do you turn injuries off too, or do you keep injuries on? Okay. Let's advance to the first day of the re-sign phase. And we got Beauvillier re-signed, Patterson re-signed, and Hughes re-signed. Perfect. Those are the big ones. Yeah, your team is super deep. I don't know what the overalls for the players, but I have a good idea of what their overalls probably are. So I mean that's a pretty. What about your goalies? Where are your goalies at? But yeah, your team's pretty solid. Like you've got, it's like a national team almost. It could be either Team USA or Team Canada or Team Sweden with the type of quality you got there. I don't want to know. Is it like a 99 overall goalie or something? Is it Vasilevsky? Or Carter Hart? Or Carey Price? Markstrom and Holtby. Oh wow. So you went with a former Canuck and a current Canuck. That's funny. That's a solid team, man. Like that's I'm not surprised. Is this the team that won 2 cups in a row, or is this a different one? Because I could see this team winning 2 cups in a row too. So okay, so I like to look at the center. I like to look at each position individually, just kind of organized in my head. Okay, so it's center. Brandon Sutter, Sam Gagner, Adam Gaudette. So we're gonna re-sign Adam Gaudette for sure. He wants a pretty cheap deal. Yeah, 2 cups in a row, so I'm not surprised. How many seasons have you done? Have you done 2 seasons? So could you go for 3 cups in a row? So let's just offer him what he wants, 2.5. Gagner, I don't know, to be quite honest, if we should sign him or not. He's basically a depth forward. Yeah, he is a depth forward. So I don't know if we could sign him as a depth forward, but I'm not like... Let's see how much he wants. How much money does he want? So he wants like bare minimum, basically. I wouldn't be... That's not a bad player to have as a depth forward. So 2 out of 3 seasons you won the cup. Okay, so Brandon Sutter. I don't know if he doesn't even want to resign anyways. He was scratched. So let's just leave him be. We'll sign another 4th line forward. Let's just release him. To check out 410. I'll just qualify him. Oh wow. Oh, Ovi's gone down to an 86. Wow. He's what, like 39 at this point, probably? It looks 38, 39. So I mean that makes sense, I guess. Grauvik, I don't know. I think I'm gonna let him walk so that we can sign some younger guys to play in the AHL. So basically, we need to sign younger AHL centers, and then we need to sign a legit 4th line center. And let's take a look at the left wingers. We got Niels Hoglander. Oh wow, Hoglander still an 82, so that's good. So we got Miller, Beauvillier, Hoglander. Hoglander can play the right side too. Oh, Taves is only 83. Interesting. But he's got Swift and Kane on either side, so that's not gonna hurt him. It's 86, 88, 84. That's solid. I mean, even Ovi at an 86 is still solid. Like, that's some players' best overalls ever, so. Tanner Pearson. I mean, he didn't have his best year, but he didn't have a terrible year either. He still put up 44 or 43 points. He did have a bad minus, but he could have a bounce back year. He's still a solid third liner, so I mean, I wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too big of a deal to sign him, and then it saves me time from doing free agent signing anyways. So let's offer him the contract. So he wants a cheaper contract for 1 year, so like one of those show me type deals. I'm surprised Gurianov's only 83. Henrique's 82, Nyquist 83. Nurse and Pietrangelo are pretty much where I thought they'd be in overall, so that's good. So yeah, let's just offer Pearson that contract because I think he's a little underrated anyways. Berchi, he's a depth forward. Does he want a two-way contract? If he does, then I'll sign him. He does. Okay, so that's fine. He'll probably be a full-time AHLer, which is fine. Howerlick, still a depth forward, but he like lights it up in the AHL, so you can never have too much depth either, because I do have injuries on, so we'll qualify him. Adam Ernie, I don't know if we're gonna re-sign. We did trade for him, but he's got really bad discipline, so I just don't know how much value he adds with he doesn't have crazy offensive ability. What we'll do is we'll qualify him, and if he doesn't want to re-sign with the qualified, then we'll trade him. Try and get something for him. Our left side is actually pretty solid in the NHL and the AHL. So I think I'm happy with the left side. And then Hoglander obviously can play on either side, so that's good. The right side, gotta remember Hoglander is probably going to be on the right side. And then we have Besser and Vertanen on the third line. Koland for our, most likely the fourth line. And if we have Koland and Tyler Mott on either side on the fourth line, then we'll need to get a veteran, not a veteran, but like a 25-year-old plus center. Okay, so Grzelcyk's only 80 overall, and Letang's only 82 overall. And then Brody's only 80, DeKeyser's only 80. And then Markstrom's 91, and Holtby's 88. Wow. So I mean, you're pretty, on your defense, you're pretty top heavy. And then it kind of drops off after that. But then your goalies are just completely brick walls for you, so that kind of makes up for it. And I mean, you've got Jonathan Toews, Ryan O'Reilly, and Adam Henrique as your three centers on your second, third, and fourth lines, and they're all defensive forwards, so they could all win the. At least Toews and O'Reilly could win the defensive forward of the year at any point. So I mean, that's still a solid lineup to me. Maybe you'd want to upgrade your second pairing, but I mean, even your third pairing isn't too bad. Oh, I see, that makes sense. Yeah. How old is he? Is he like 34, 35 at this point? So yeah, Koland. Let's see how much Koland wants. So he wants 1.4 mil for 2 years. So let's just give him that. We'll do 1.4 right on the dot. Let's see if he accepts that. 36, okay, so yeah, he's essentially got 1 or 2 years left in him, so if you can put him on the top 6, maybe he'll improve for those 2 years that are left, and then probably drop off a ton after that. So the right side, the right side really depends on Colin being ready to be on the 4th line, and then it also depends on Hoglander developing over the summer. And if those 2 things, or at least one of those things, don't happen, like if Colin starts to like shit the bed on the 4th line, then I might have to trade or sign a different 4th liner. Because he doesn't have great discipline, but he's got like the skill everywhere else. He's aggressive, he's fast, he's doesn't have crazy defensive awareness or offensive awareness, but he has all the skills. And I mean, for a 4th liner, that's not too bad. Especially he's only 22 as well, so. Oh, he's 39. Jeez. I feel like that guy could play forever. Josh Bailey could jump in if Cole Lind doesn't have a great start to the season. And we've got Sam Gagner who could jump in too, so qualify Bailey, we'll qualify Jacek. Did Palmu play? He didn't even play. He's only 62 overall, so I mean, I don't know about, he's 23 at this point, he's still only 62, so I think we're just gonna let him walk. So we're going to have to upgrade the right side for the AHL. And keep in mind that we might need to upgrade the right side in the NHL as well, depending on the development over the summer. Defense. So we got Quinn Hughes. We haven't re-signed Edler yet. We might not. We might still. We'll see. So we got Quinn Hughes, Graves, and then after that we have nobody signed. I think we will 100% sign Ulevi. He only wants 2.9. So if I give him, let's see if I give him 3 years and I offer him, instead of 3.4, I offer him like 3.1. See if he accepts that. Bowie, I think, is a depth D. He's solid for a depth D, so I think he'll be a good. Oh, he's an RFA too. Interesting. So we'll qualify him. Andy Green, he's a depth D as well. He's solid defensively. He's got no offense, but that's fine as a depth defenseman. You kind of get what you get out of these guys. Bowie's obviously my first choice for depth D, but let's see what our AHL D is looking like. So we'll let Tony Utunen, we'll qualify him. He's only 21. Mitch Elliott will qualify. Let's see, Sotner we're gonna let walk. Chatfield will qualify. Jetwoo will keep, obviously, he's already signed. Brisebois, we will qualify. Tevis, we still have signed for 1 more year. Rafferty, we will qualify. And then we have Andy Green. So I think Andy Green might be a depth guy that might play mostly in the AHL. and he could be kind of that veteran presence, because I don't think he'll be a 78 overall by the end of the summer. I think he'll probably be a 1 or 2 points lower because he's 38. So he might end up just being an AHL defenseman. But he does want some money. So if I offer him I don't want to offer him that kind of money if he's just gonna drop in value without even playing a game for us yet. So I think we're just gonna let him walk, and we'll try and find somebody else. Let's see. Travis Hamonick's only 30 years old. Top 60. So he can play on the bottom pairing, defensive defenseman. Still got great defensive ability. So I think he'll be solid. Even if he ends up being a depth D, he'll still be solid, I think. I think he played mostly with Ulevi, so I think that'll be good. He says he doesn't want to re-sign, but we'll see what he wants. 2.75. Let's offer him 1 year and then offer him 2.7, a little bit more than what he's asking. See if he accepts that. And then we're not going to try and re-sign Edler yet. I want to see how much money we have first. We'll qualify Thatcher Demko. I don't know if we're going to sign him or trade him. And then we're going to release Jay Keeley. And we'll sign a different goalie. Because that DiPietro's not going to be in the AHL. He's a backup goalie. So he'll be either backing up Demko or Holtby. We'll see. Thoughts on your team? I think they're, like I was saying earlier, I think they're solid all the way up and down the forwards, and obviously your goalies are completely like solid. Like if one of them gets hurt, no problem, because you got the other one, right? So the only thing I would say is on defense, you probably want to upgrade at least one defenseman. So upgrade that second pairing, sign or trade for somebody that's at least 82 overall, probably between 82 and 84 overall, but I mean with the no cap you could probably get a 90 if you wanted. You could probably upgrade, and then you can push Nurse or Pietrangelo down, and then I think your defense is pretty solid too if you can do that. So, but otherwise, like if you won 2 cups in a row, then I mean, why change what's not broken, right? But that's what I would probably do. I probably want to upgrade the defense by at least one player. And obviously, like, Letang's probably also like 38 or something too. So you gotta have that and keep that in mind, that some of the players might start retiring soon. So, but yeah, they're a solid team. Like, your drafting's probably taking a huge hit though, right? Because you're picking like 30th and 31st overall or whatever every year. Did you do like expansion, or how did you do the team? Or did you just replace a different team? Possible that we trade either Holtby or Demko, or even DiPietro. I don't really want to trade DiPietro though. Long term, he's better, gonna put us in a better position. Oh, it's from scratch, okay. Yeah, so let's sim through a couple days everyone that I've offered contracts to. Let's see what happens and see how much money we have left. If we should re-sign Edler or should we look elsewhere. Ooh, Ulevy doesn't want to sign for that contract I offered. Okay. Let's go to contracts again. See, we got all our centers. Fortin's been qualified. I think Linus Carls. No, I don't. That's a tough one because he's 21 only, but he's only 58 overall as well. And like a similar situation with Kosmar, although he's 2 years younger and 2 points better. So I feel like we're gonna drop Carlson and we'll sign Kosmar. That way we're not letting them both go. Left side. I remember being pretty happy with the left side. We just need these guys to accept their RFA contracts. The right side, I think we're in decent shape. Obviously Hoglander is going to play on the right side probably, like he did last season. And then we need to upgrade the right side on the AHL team. And on defense, we gotta still re-sign Edler. Or so we gotta re-sign Ulevy still. So let's just offer him that 2.9 that he's asking. Oh, 85 to 79. Yikes. Did he just have a bad season or something? Bad morale or something like that? Yeah, and then if we don't sign Edler, even if we do sign Edler, we need to sign a right-handed defenseman to be in our top 4. So you'd have Hughes, and then Edler, and then probably Graves with Edler. And we've had Ulevy and Hamonic on the bottom pairing. We need somebody to play with Hughes on the right side. And ideally it would be a right-handed defenseman. Who's not like 30 plus years old. I think the oldest is probably like 27, 28. Yeah. Yeah, Mike Hoffman usually, if you put him with good players, I mean, he's gonna put up the points, so. Just one of those one-offs, maybe. So hopefully Ulevy accepts that contract offer. It looks like we got everyone else doing it too, so that's good. Okay, and now we'll just quickly check to see if there's anybody else that hasn't accepted just yet, except for Edler, of course. Okay, so Bailey, Bowie, and Rafferty. So we still have 10.2 mil left to spend. We've got Justin Bailey, who wants 1.2 mil. We got Madison Bowie, who wants 1.1 mil. We got Brogan Rafferty who wants... Oh, he wants a one-way deal? Yikes. Interesting. Yeah, cool, man. Have a good sleep and good luck on your next hockey games. Hopefully you get more hat tricks. And yeah, let me know next time I'm on or next time you're on or whatever. We'll talk more about your team and we'll see if you made them better on D or if you won more cups or anything like that. But yeah, take care and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming on. Triple header, oh man. Drink lots of water, maybe take some Gatorade, 5-hour energy, something like that. Good luck. Okay, let's see, goalies. Still gotta get Demko in there. G Fuel, yeah, there you go. I don't know if I want to sign those guys though. They both want NHL contracts in the millions. But that would mean I would have to move. Okay, good night, yeah. Have a good night, buddy. Let's see, let me take another quick look at our defense. I mean, currently Edler's our second best defenseman. He's 35. Graves is probably going to develop a little more, we'll see. But 82, like, he's our third best defenseman. So I don't think it would make sense. I think Bowie's probably worth the money as a depth defenseman. I don't know about Rafferty. He's only 20. Bowie's only 26 too, so I mean, he's not gonna get. He shouldn't get worse. I mean, there's obviously a chance he gets worse, but he shouldn't. And then with Rafferty, he wants the 1-year deal or the one-way contract, but he only wants $975, so I can easily bury that. I can even just offer him $950. He doesn't want a two-way, but he's gonna go in the AHL anyways, so we'll offer that. With Justin Bailey. So we're already going to have Sam Gagner as a depth forward. And then we're going to have the other defenseman as a depth D. Justin Bailey, I don't know if he's going to play in the NHL. So I don't... Yeah, I guess it says he's a fourth line forward, but he didn't really play that great in the NHL. But he's got the skill, like he's more skilled than he is aggressive. So like he's a fourth liner, but he's a skilled fourth liner. It's more a power forward really if you wanna be real about it. It's 1.2 mil though. Did I already offer him the 1 mil? I can't remember. Let's just offer him the 1 mil and see what happens. What we're gonna probably have to do is move Holtby because he's making so much. He's making 4 mil. I mean, yeah, we've got Eriksson making 6 mil, and we've got Furland making his 4+ mil, but I don't think their trade value is high enough to even move, so I think we'll have to move Holtby. And then We'll re-sign Edler. And then we'll still have some cap space to sign another defenseman, because I think that's what we're going to have to do. Or we trade Holtby for a defenseman. But I think I want to see what's available first. And we also gotta sign Demko. So like there's some math we gotta do here basically. And I mean we can also send players down if we need to have cap space. I mean we're gonna send, probably gonna have some guys sent down that probably aren't on two-way deals. But that's just gonna be one of those things where you don't have roster space, or they're just not good enough, kind of thing. So let's offer Edler the contract as well. What is he asking for? Yeah, I figured he'd be asking for 4, somewhere around that. Let's offer him a 1-year deal at 4.2 on the dot. I'm okay with giving him, I was hoping it was going to be 4 mil at most, but he's asking for 4+. But it's Edler, guys. We gotta keep Alex Edler on the Canucks. So let's just do it. And then we'll go to all expiring. On forward, all skaters, sorry. Bailey, Bowie, and Rafferty as well. And then we've got, how much does Demko want? 2.15, so that's not too much, but only for 1 year. And then he'll get an RFA again. Oof. So his outlook doesn't look crazy good. Okay, well, I don't know if we'll have the cap space, but we do have him locked up because we did qualify him. So we'll wait until we can trade Holtby first. Oh, you know what we gotta do too? Coaching staff. Is there anybody that's gotta be re-signed? I know we lost one coach to retirement. No, everyone else is still signed. Scouts, I think we have 2 scouts to sign. Yeah, are they any good? One's a D overall, one's a C. We'll sign the C guy, and then I think we're gonna not sign the Russian and try and find a better overall Russian scout. So we're gonna fire, I guess is the word they're giving us, to release him. And then we're gonna sign this guy. So I gotta keep that in the back of my head. We gotta sign a Russian scout, or a scout that will be in Russia, scouting Russian players. Okay. I think now we can sim into the free agency period. Hopefully Edler signs that deal. We got that scout signed. We got, no, Edler rejected it. Oh, he doesn't think the team's going to win anytime soon. Okay. We got Madison Bowie, we got, oh, Bailey doesn't want to sign either. Although he is qualified, so we still have his rights. And Rafferty did sign as well. Okay. Let's get rid of this trade block stuff. I'm not trying to pull off a trade at the moment. Okay, so our first priority is to get Edler signed and then get oh wow, Nugent Hopkins wants a big contract. So like a guy like Sammy Vatanen might be good, although he's 30 already. Dougie Hamilton could be a good one. Although he's an offensive defenseman, I don't know if that'll work. It says he fits on pairing number 1. And he would replace Myers well, because he's 6'6". Okay, so let's go to defense. So essentially we're going to sign Edler. And he wants more now? Jeez. But only for 1 year. So that might be doable. Let's offer him that contract. And we need a right-handed defenseman. Pionk is RFA. I'd like to have him. He's an offensive defenseman as well. Says he fits on the first pairing though, so I mean that's not bad. Between Pionk and Hamilton, maybe. If I can get them. They're asking for quite a bit of money. I gotta move Braden Holtby and sign Demko. So let's do the math real quick. I've got 10 mil. If we sign Edler for 4.6, we'll have 5.4 left. And then we trade Holtby, we'll have 11.4, or sorry, no, he's making 4 mil. He's making like 4.5 mil or something. So we'll go back up to, basically go back up to 10 mil in cap space. And then we gotta sign Demko and he wants 3 mil. Or 2.5 mil or something. And then we'll have 7 or so million left to sign Pionk or Hamilton. And that's if Edler accepts the contract. If he doesn't, then we have to move on to somebody else. But hopefully he does. We will trade. Let's go to goalies. Braden Holtby. Toronto wants him. Who do they have in net then? They don't have anyone in net? Interesting. What do they have for defense? What do they have for fourth liners? Interesting left winger, but we don't really need left wingers. We do need some wingers and centers in the AHL. Jeez, what is Toronto doing? Like running out of money or something. Nick Robertson would be a good pickup for for Holy. It's basically getting me another draft pick, first rounder, but that's. Oof. Let's see, what else can we move? Oh, maybe Justin Bailey. Maybe they can deal with him. No, okay. Trying to add something else to it, I guess. Oh man, I've already traded the second and third rounder for our next draft. Interesting. See if I can give up a fourth for 2023. That should even it out. There you go. Look at that. We got Nick Robertson out of Toronto. Okay, so now we go to Demko, we make an offer to him. Why does his asking price go down if we offer him more years? That's a little alarming. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. So, and then we have to sign a fourth line, a legit fourth line center. Hopefully Edler signs too, because it's like kind of relies on him signing as well. Otherwise we gotta sign another defenseman. Probably asking for more money than what Edler's asking. So let's see here. Go to defense. See, Hamilton wants 6 freaking mil. Doesn't leave us a lot of room for. At least Pionk wants a little less than 6 mil, but he also wants 6 years. So he fits on the pairing number 1 plus the pound to kill. Hamilton fits on just pairing number 1, so I guess we're, and also Pionk is younger, so maybe we'll go with Pionk. Why does his ask go down? Is he an RFA right now? He is an RFA, so I can't even sign him. Let's go with Dougie Hamilton. Let's do it. See, if we give him the 4th year, he's actually asking for less. So if we give him Neil Pionk money for 4 years, it's still offering more than what he's asking. Let's do that. And then we need to sign a 4th line center. Somebody who's hopefully not asking for a ton of money. Grigorenko might be legit. Although his defense, his faceoffs aren't that great. It doesn't fit on the line. Logan Brown, 23 years old. In the AHL? Yeah, he was in the AHL. Let's see, Nick DeMerico, he's 24. I think we need more of a veteran guy on the 4th line, to be honest. top 6. Cedric Paquette does not fit in the lineup. Teddy Bluger. It says that he fits in the bottom 6, but there's no guarantee when it's faded out like that. Well, he's pretty cheap though, and he's pretty good. He's not too old or too young. He's right in the sweet spot for age. So let's just offer him the deal. Maybe we'll do a 1-year contract just to be safe. And then we'll go to, what else are we looking for here? We need a goalie for the AHL. For some reason, Parsons and Gustafson both not RFAs and have starter potential at 23. That's a little weird. Well, let's go with Gustafson then, I guess. We'll offer him the maximum for a 2-way deal. Some right wingers for the AHL as well. I think Stenlund might be a good fit. Checking forward, 6'4". Kind of decent, kind of average all around, but for the AHL, he's probably top 6 forward. Jeez, Carter Ashton is 30 years old now? Wow. Doesn't even have a picture anymore. He used to have a picture. Just trying to think. Yeah, we're gonna need another right winger because what's his name? The guy that we traded along with Holtby. Not Josh Bailey, Justin Bailey. We need another, I guess, depth guy, so we'll go to all. And it has to be more skilled guy too. Dominic Simone, I guess. Dominic Simone. He might fit in that depth role. Oh, but he wants 2.7 mil, jeez. It's gotta be basically somebody that, yeah, like this kind of player. Volkov will fit. Is he an RFA? Nope, he's UFA. Perfect. Let's do it. So that's 7 contracts offered. So let's see what happens there. You know what, we gotta sign a coach as well, and that scout, Russian scout. So goalie coach for the NHL, which we have just over $1 million for. Anybody that's not a D- goalie is a C-. There's another C-. There's a C. I think we'll go with the C- one actually, because it said that he's an NHL assistant coach, so he's actually the quality that we need. And we have lots of money to pay him if he needs the money, extra money to be a goalie coach. So hopefully he accepts that, and then we'll go to scouting. Need to hire a scout for Russia. So we'll go to regions, Russia. Let's see. This guy's pretty young, Sadikov. So his Russia familiarity isn't ideal. B-. How about this Zubov guy? So his Russia is B, but still, if you're gonna be in the Russia region, it should be A+, should it not? Here's a guy. Okay, look at this guy. Nikushkin. A-. That's perfect. Sign this guy. Alright, now we can sim a day or two. Let's see if all these guys accept these offers. Hopefully I don't miss out on anybody if they decide not to re-sign, because other teams are signing players too. goalie coach is signed. Our scout is signed. Still waiting on players. Okay, so we got Kevin Stenlund. We got Teddy Bluger, our fourth line center. We got Alexander Volkov, our depth forward. We got Alex Edler to resign, perfect. We got Thatcher Demko to resign. We got Philip Gustafson, our AHL goalie, who's only 23 and starter potential. I did not see any. I did not see Dougie Hamilton. No. Oh, shit. Okay, so now we gotta sign someone else. Too many players at your position. You're an 85 overall defenseman. You're the second best defenseman on the team, so you're at the top. What are you talking about? Okay, so if we go to let's see. Let's just take a look at the whole roster. So we've got all our centers for the NHL good to go. We've got our AHL. We still need to sign an AHL center. That's one thing I forgot. I thought if we got Nick Robertson that would be okay, but we still need at least one more, maybe two more for the AHL. And it says Robertson is still, he's only 19, so he's probably playing junior still anyways. Even though he's gonna light it up there. So we need to realistically sign two more AHL centers. On left wing, we're solid. For the AHL and the NHL. On right wing, we're solid, I think. Besser, and then you think Hoglander's probably on the second line. Vertanen on the third line. Cole Lind on the fourth line. McEwen, Volkov, Stenlund, and Yasik in the AHL. And McEwen and Volkov can play in the NHL. They've got the ability if we need. We got Sam Gagner as our depth forward. You know, the thing I like to do is count the players. So NHL quality players, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13 are depth forward. Okay, so that works. And on D, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a depth defenseman, 6. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's not going to be in the AHL. Okay, so we need to sign some AHLD as well. Not just NHLD. Probably at least 2 AHLD and 2... Was it AHL centers? Yeah, 2 AHLD, 2 AHL centers, 1 NHL defenseman, or 1 NHL defenseman. The goalie situation is going to be interesting. In the NHL at least. Okay, so let's try and sign those guys. We'll take a look at the NHL defensemen as well. We might end up having to do a trade if we can't find anybody to sign. Because probably a lot of the guys that I would maybe look at are probably already signed now, so. Okay, so free agents. I'm surprised that Taylor Hall's still available. We might end up trading for Pionk instead of trying to do a offer sheet. If we can, unless there's somebody out there that's on a better deal. So we gotta sign AHLD. And I don't want to sign guys that are gonna take jobs from other guys. Because I've got like Jet Wu, who's 73 overall. So I don't want to sign guys that are better than Jet Wu, because I want Jet Wu to get time. Trying to sign a Sean Day type player. To fill out that top 6 in the AHL, and then after that we can find maybe a prospect type guy that's ready to play in the AHL, possibly a 21-year-old or so. It's gotta be somebody. Here, let's do this. There's a 22-year-old. Josh Anderson. A defensive defenseman. Interesting. He's only 22. He doesn't look 22. Looks 27. 30. Alright, so we got him, and then so that's 2 defensemen for the AHL. We need to sign 2 centers for the AHL. So for this one, we could probably find a couple of veteran type players, like a Tanner Kiro as a leader, because we do have some young guys in there. So that'd be a good guy to sign. And then what's this guy? Ryan Fitzgerald. Yeah, 26. I mean, maybe not 76 overall though, because we do have a guy who's 75, so we don't want him to take. Oh, here's a good Alexander True. left center. And he's still got potential. So, I mean, 23 years old. That'll be a good one, I think. Let's sign him. And then, hopefully those guys sign. And let's take a look at the NHL talents available real quick on defense. See if there's anybody that's worth it. I don't want to overpay for somebody in their 30s, to be honest. Travis Dermott, only considered a top 60 though. I want at least a top 40. I mean, he's got potential to be a top 40, but he's not currently. He's fast, he's got some offensive awareness, but he's better on defensively. He only fits on defensive pairing 3 anyways, so that doesn't really work. After that it kind of drops off a bit, so I mean it doesn't really make sense. So it's either we're gonna try and trade for Neil Pionk, or we're gonna try and trade for somebody else. We do have some prospects that are movable because of their overall or so low, like a couple of guys that are like 50 or 60 overall, but they have high potential. So we can move them to kind of get a more established player. Maybe even recoup a draft pick or another prospect of some kind. Let's see which players I'm talking about. They're defensemen, I believe. Not Jetwoo, I'm not moving Jetwoo. It's gonna be not Lambos either. Possibly Supergood or Germo. I think there was one more. No, it's these two. It's probably gonna be Germo first. And then if I have to add a sweetener, then it might be Spruov as well. But let's start with Germo and see what we can get for him first. I don't know if I want Shattenkirk. Oh, I can't even get Shattenkirk anyways. His trade value is super high. Let's see. Arizona, what do they got? I need established players at this point. So, how much cap space do we have? We've got about 8 mil, less than 8 mil in cap space. Geez, 6 more years for Spurgeon, that's crazy. I like Spurgeon, but he's not freaking, that's a little bit of an overpayment, in my opinion. Ristolainen. He fits in the top 4D. Power play 2. He's 26. I might come back to him because he's only got 1 year left, so he's gonna want to get paid after this 1 year. We'll come back to Buffalo. don't think they even have a right-handed D, do they? Oh, Brett Pesci is right-handed. But he's a defensive defenseman, which isn't a huge deal. But he only fits on pairing number 2. I'm looking for somebody to fit with Quinn Hughes. Sleven, I think, is left-handed. Yeah, he is. Chicago. Mostly garbage. Colorado. Oh, they just signed Dustin Byfuglien. Wow. They still have Tyler Myers. Wow, their defense is stacked. No wonder they're trying to get rid of Byram. Connor Timmins is interesting because he's got the potential, but he's not quite there. Troy Stitcher. Jeez, they got Vatanen. I'd love to have Dumba on our team, but his trade value is so high. I don't think I'd be able to make the trade. Jeez, Gustafsson. Wow, that's a stacked top 3 defense. And after that it kind of drops off, but it's because they got younger guys and like Romanov and Fleury. And then they have like older guys and Edmondson and Chiro who are like bottom 2 pairing guys. Nashville's got Ellis. Freaking super high trade value. Same with Fabro and Ekman. Oh, the Devils signed Barry. Wow, the right side of their D is super. Oh, Severson might be a good fit. Basically good all around, 6'2", offense and defense, good shot, aggressive but not undisciplined. Fits in the top. Oh, this might be a perfect fit, to be quite honest. And he's not paid too much. He's 84 overall, but he's still like he's getting paid what he's actually underpaid, to be quite honest. But I mean, Edler's 84 overall, and he's 35, and he's making around the same thing. So I mean, Severson's only 26, so he could be making 5-6 mil right now, probably. So that might be a good trade candidate. Is Will Butcher left-handed? Yes, he is. Severson, his trade value is a little high, but he's gonna be worth it, I think. We trade Spruev as well. That might even be over the trade value. We could maybe get something back. Well, along with Severson, like maybe a fourth. No, maybe a fifth. No, maybe a sixth. Nope. Okay, then maybe just straight up, just this for this. Nope. Okay, Shaza. What else do I have to offer then? I don't have any draft picks I want to give up. Man, these two rookie defensemen are pretty much what I want to give up. That's it. I don't want to give anything else up. I could give up this guy, I guess. He's only 48 overall, so I mean, why not, I guess. I gotta get something though. Look at the trade value is so much higher. There we go. Okay, I got a fourth. Got a fourth back and the trade is done. And we got Damon Severson. He fits in the top four, so he fits on the first and the second pairing, so that's perfect. Okay, so that works, and he's paid less, so we actually have some cap space, which is nice. So let's take a look at our team. I think we're pretty much finished with the signing and stuff. I think we have we do have those contracts that we still offered, so we gotta wait to see if those get signed. But we do have 44 contracts and we have those other 4, so if they all sign we'll be at 48. But I think for the NHL we are finished. What do we have in this system? Oh yeah, Colin, that's right. And then we got defense, we got Hughes, Edler, Severson, Graves, Hamonic, Levy. That's our top 6. I think that's pretty solid. We've got 2 guys that are 30 or older. We've got 2 guys that are 26. And then we got 2 guys that are 23 and 21. So I think that's a pretty good mix. Goalies, that's the only thing I'm a little worried about. But we'll see how things go. Yeah, that's the only thing. We'll see how the summer goes. We'll sim the couple days. Just make sure those guys sign with us. Oh, we got Josh Anderson on defense. A 22-year-old that looks like he's like 30 plus. Alexander True, we got Sean Day, we got Tanner Kiro. Okay, perfect. So that pretty much does that. to September. Hopefully some guys develop in the right direction. Okay, so let's go back to this preseason, see what goes on there. Ooh, extra money. Let's see what the goals are. 41 sellouts. Gotta beat Calgary in their first meeting. Team store needs to be upgraded. More parking. I have all that stuff set up for the computer to deal with, so I don't have to worry about that stuff, the parking and the concessions and stuff. Why are they offering a trade for Gagne right now? Who the heck is Nikkinen? I hate how the computer adjusts the trade block. Like I don't want those players on the trade block. It messes with their morale and it pisses me off because then I get trade offers that I don't want. Like why is Adler, Miller, Hamonic, Pearson, where are all I signed these players. I wanted them for a reason. So silly. Okay. Get rid of these ones. And for some reason they're still there. See the coaching staff. See if they all get along. Not crazy about each other. But they're gonna have to get over it. We'll go to edit lines. Alright. Look at that, Hoglander's an 83. Perfect. Look at that offensive awareness. Oh. Actually fits on the first line better. What does Miller fit better? First line. Ooh, Pettersson's 90 overall now. Nice. Yeah, Besser fits on the second line better. Maybe he doesn't. Horvat actually fits on the first line better. Oh, he fits on the first line better than the second line, but he actually fits best on the third or fourth lines based on the strategies. Look at that, Adam got at 82 overall. Nice. Cole Lynn's an 80 overall. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Sven Baderche's an 80 overall. Tanner Pearson went back up to 82. He's still a third line scorer, which is fine. I mean, it just improves our depth. So, that makes that better. I feel like I had this. Let's just leave it like this for now. I don't think Sven Baertschi's gonna be there though. Look at that, Hughes and Severson +3. Edler and Graves is probably the better one to go with. Although Ulevi does not like the bottom pairing. I don't think anybody really does, to be honest. But that's just how it's gonna be. Look at that, Ulevi an 82 overall. That's awesome. So he's essentially hoping to become Edler's replacement. How many years did we sign Edler for? 1 year. So he might drop off a bit this season, so he actually might end up switching with Ulevi mid-season, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Look at that, Thatcher Demko 85. Wow, he shot up. He just shot right up to an 85 overall. Wow. And then DiPietro's an 82. So it's perfect. It's literally the same and or better than when we had Holtby. Because Demko was an 85, Holtby was an 84, and then Demko was an 82. DiPietro is now an 82, so it's perfect. I made the right decision, it looks like. So that's good. I was a little worried about that. And we got Sam Gagne and Adam Ernie scratched as our depth forwards. I feel like I had Tyler Mott was our fourth line winger. I feel like, why is he in the AHL? Did he get worse? He shouldn't have. No, he didn't. He's still 79, which is what he was. Wow, look, 410 says 79 now. That's interesting. That's an interesting development. Oh, and Madison Bowie should be up as well. So we're gonna call up Bowie and Mott. And we're gonna send down Ernie and Baertschi. Bowie went up a point. He was a 78. Now he's a 79. Perfect. So he's actually improved. Awesome. So he could relatively replace Hamonic if Hamonic drops off at all. So that's good. We could move Vertanen if he doesn't play very well, since he's on the 4th line and he's kind of a bit overpaid to be on the 4th line. But we'll see how the season goes. See what our goalies in there. Oh, look at that. Gustafsson is an 80 overall. Seelovs, I don't think got much better. Maybe he went up by 1. But he'll get a lot of playing time now because he's the backup, so he should hopefully develop a bit. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. Let's put Tyler Mott on that 4th line. And then let's quickly take a look at the special teams. It's interesting that the computer's not putting Edler in any special teams. I wonder if that's because he's older and so they're controlling his ice time. Yeah, that he's in 4 and 4. He's on the 4 and 4 lineup. I think this is a pretty solid lineup. And we have Sam Gagner as their depth forward, and he's pretty solid too. As a depth forward, like he's got some skill, so that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. I do hope that Beauvillier can develop a little bit more, becoming like 84, 85. I'm hoping. But I mean, if he's solid at 83, then that's fine. Hoglander, I think he's only 20, he's already 83, so he can still go up a bunch. Coland, he's got top 6 potential, so I mean, he could still go up. Godet is solid where he is. Pearson is solid where he is. Mott, Luger are solid where they are. Virtanen, I think he is what he is at this point. So I guess his next contract won't be as big if we do re-sign him, but we'll see. Defense is super solid. I'm happy with Severson. Doesn't cost as much, but he's just as good. But he's actually a better two-way, I believe, than the other guys I was looking at. Ryan Graves is a solid defensive defenseman. Ulevi is developing and will be ready to replace Edler, I believe, after this season if Edler retires. Hamonic is a decent bottom pairing defenseman, and then we've got a solid depth guy in Madison Bowie as well. So I'm hoping we don't have too many injuries where we need to replace 2 defensemen at a time, because I don't think we really have anything well, I guess Rafferty's 77 overall, so he could be okay on defense as a fill-in for a little bit if we limit his minutes. But if that becomes an issue, then we'll have to maybe sign another defenseman. But yeah, I'm really surprised Alexander Fortin developed so much. He might be pushing for a 4th line role, like if we end up moving Virtanen. He could jump right in there. So could Howrlick, really. I mean, he says he's a depth forward, but he's got all the skills there to be a 4th liner too. We got Ernie as well. We got Volkov ready to jump in. We got Zach McEwen ready to jump in. Sven Baertschi ready to jump in for an offensive role. Fuck, Louis Eriksson's gone up to a 77 overall somehow. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Oops, my controller died on me. Anyways, Gadjevich is developing nicely. He'll probably end up being a 4th line winger. Yeah, I think the team is set up pretty solid for a pretty solid situation now. A lot better than they were set up before. So I'll just leave it at that for now. Let's sim some games here. Sim through the preseason to the 1st of the month of October. And then I think we'll sim through the 1st month, and then that'll be the end of this stream. Not a bad preseason, 5-2-0. Right up to the day before the first game of the season. Sometimes player overalls change a little bit after preseason, but it looks like everyone is the same. So that's good. Alright, let's sim through the first month. Not too bad. Playing 500. Oh, 4-2-0. That's pretty good. It's a good start so far. Halfway through the month. Oh, Hoglander's hurt till November. That sucks. Oh, look at that. Colin's already at 80. Gone up to an 81 now. Looks like he fits in that second line, but let's see if Sam Gagner fits as well. He is a playmaker, so he might... Yeah, he fits good. Okay. Let's just leave it like that then. Let Colin continue to play on that third line. Oh, look at Beauvillier putting up some points. Same with Horvat. Besser putting up points. Petey, ooh, Petey's putting up points. Look at that. And so is Miller. Solid. Ooh, DiPietro's gone up to an 83 now. Wow, good for him. Oh yeah, let's see what Hoglander's doing. Look at that, 7 points in 9 games. Awesome. Alright, let's keep simming. Wow, look at this win streak they're on. 6-game winning streak. That's pretty sick. Oh look, Hoglander's back. What did Sam Gagner get up to on the second line? He got a goal in 3 games, that's alright. He only had to cover 3 games, so that's not too bad. Throw Hoglander on there. Fertan's got 5 points. Blue just got 3 goals. Mott's got 4 assists, that's not too bad. Let it finish simming here. Alright, so we got a 4-0 win against New Jersey to finish off the month of October. That's nice. 9-3-0 to start the season. That's really good. Petey's got 16 points in 12 games. That's what you like to see. So let's see what the players... We've already kind of looked a little bit. So Miller's at 14 points in 12 games. Petey's got 16 and 12. Besser's got 13 and 12. He's not even the one scoring the goals. It's Miller and Petey that are scoring the goals. Beauvillier with 9 points. We got Horvat with 10 points. We got Hoglander. He only missed 3 games. 7 points in 9 games. We got Pearson, the third line with 5 points. We got Garnett with only 2 points, but I mean he's a +2. The team's winning games, and the top 6 are putting up points. So if he can pick it up soon, in time for when, because obviously you can't score at that kind of clip forever. So Petey and Miller and Besser are probably going to slow down at some point. So if he can pick it up around the time they slow down, then that'd be perfect. Cole in 3 goals and 1 assist. Still the 4 assists for Mott. Still the 3 goals for Bluger. And still the 5 points for Vertanen. I mean, that was only 1 game they played after I simmed it when we looked the first time, so it's not a big deal. Quinn Hughes, Everson, Edler, oh, don't really put up the points yet. Not Graves either. Levy's putting up some points though. And Demko's got 7 wins in 10 games. He's got a shutout. DiPietro's got 2 wins in 3 games. Wow, look at his save percentage, his goals against. He's only played 3 games, but still. That's crazy. And Bowie hasn't played a game yet. Gagne played 3 games, okay. Okay, one more thing before we shut this down. Let's go and look at the awards from the last season. See if any Canucks won any awards or anything weird happened. So Toronto won the President's Trophy. Colorado lost in the final to Washington. That's not a surprise either. Colorado's a solid team, so go to individual awards. Art Ross goes to McDavid, not a surprise. He gets the Hart as well. Hedman gets the Norris, good for him. It's his 2nd career Norris trophy. McDavid gets the Lady Byng as well, okay. Kaprizov gets the Calder, not a surprise there. Ovechkin gets the Conn Smythe, he gets the Conn Smythe, and he got the Conn Smythe in 2018 when he won the Cup too, so he played a big role in both Cup wins, which is what you want to see. Oh, Blackwood wins the Vezina, interesting. Must have had a really good year. I want to go see what his overall is after this. He also won the Jennings. Wow. On his own. And he didn't get a backup who also won with him. It was just him. Jack Johnson wins the Masterton for some reason. Minnesota's coach wins the Jack Adams. O'Reilly wins the Selke. McDavid wins the Ted Lindsay. Most outstanding player. And he wins. Oh, he won the Richard. I wish they'd show us the stats that they won with. That'd be nice to see. Like, how many goals did McDavid score to win the Richard? Because that's. He beat out Ovi, he beat out Pasternak, he beat out. He beat out Draisaitl too. So let's go to the other teams. We're gonna look at Edmonton and New Jersey. See what. Oh, so they got Hoffman. They got Stahl as well. Interesting. Interesting that they have Nico Hischier on the 2nd line. And they brought Marcus Johansson back. They signed Tyson Berry. And they have Butcher and Smith. So when we took Severson, they didn't replace him. Yet, at least. I mean, we just finished the... Oh, look at Blackwood, 89 overall. Wow. He was 83, I think. Beginning of the season, he became an 89 after one season. What did he do? Wow, 65 games, 40 wins, 19 losses. Wow. 2,000 shots against. But shutouts, 4 shutouts. Wow. Surprising. Aaron Dell somehow still 82 overall. He's actually not that good in my opinion. See, like, they could turn one of these guys into a defenseman instead of just having them scratched, but whatever, that's just my opinion. We're gonna go to Edmonton as well. What did Edmonton do? Still have James Neal, hey? Still on that contract. They got Josh Levo out of Calgary. Puljujarvi has developed a little bit. Other than that, they don't really... They still... Oh, they got David Krejci out of Boston somehow. That might be a dark horse pick for their... to help out their lineup a little. I got Brandon Montour. Their defense is still kind of... What happened to... They had a defenseman that was kind of prospect, but I guess they traded him away. Oh yeah, we want to see McDavid. How many goals did he get last season? Oh, he got 52 goals. Wow. That's the most he's had so far. I mean, he was on pace for a pretty wicked season in 2020. 97 points in 64 games. 33 points ahead of being a point per game. Like, that's nuts. And he's still a -6. Look at that shooting percentage though too. Wow. What kind of season did Draisaitl have too then? Let's see. Oh yeah, he had a pretty good season too. Not as many goals though. 33 goals, but lots of assists. Oh man, Krejci had a 60-point season the year before. That's not bad. What's Puljujarvi doing? Still trying to put a good season together. Oh, he played in the AHL last season. Even in the video game, they put him in the minors. Although in real life, he's playing in the NHL this year, so. Darnell Nurse. Oh man, he had a big season too. They didn't turn it into a playoff run. They still got Koskinen for some reason. They got Laurent Brossoit back. They had him at one point, did they not? Before. That's kind of weird that they brought him back. They couldn't sign anybody else. Anyways, that was interesting. But yeah, I'm super happy with this team. They're trending in the right direction now, it seems. After moving some of those contracts and bringing in more efficient contracts in the way that the player is better and they're cheaper than the previous players. So I think that's one of the main things that Canucks aren't doing in real life right now that other teams are taking advantage of. They're handcuffing themselves by signing big contracts to lesser players. And it's guys like Tyler Myers and Louis Eriksson. They have brand name players, but they're past their prime. They're past their good years. They're trending downwards, and yet Jim Benning's giving them these freaking long-term contracts that's completely handcuffed the team financially. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. So thank you for watching, and look forward to doing the next one, and we'll hopefully, I don't know if we're gonna win a cup, but I mean, with the way the first one went, there's definitely a possibility. But it's also possible that there's a huge drop off in the last month of the season, like there usually is. If you watch any of my previous streams, that usually is what happens to me. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you for coming, and I hope to see you all again soon. Talk to y'all later.